Yo, what is up, boys? Party Waffles here, and today I'm about to talk to you guys about the upcoming changes for Death Knight tomorrow, okay? This is not 10.7, this is actually different changes that are coming out tomorrow. So we're going to talk about these quickly and how they're going to apply to us. So first of all, we have Blood here, okay? Which none of these matter because we're not playing Blood. But the one that does matter in this is Blood Plague, damage increased by 15%, okay? So that's going to carry over to Unholy, and I'll explain how in a little bit. But let's first talk about Frost. Frost is getting a pretty decent buff, really. At the end of it, I'll explain, but... So Unleash Frenzy duration is increased to 10 seconds from 6 seconds. What Unleash Frenzy is every time you Frost Strike or Death Strike or spend Runic Power, you're going to get 2% strength, and it stacks up to 3 stacks, okay? So basically, it's just going to be easier to have uptime on your 6% strength. So you're passively going to get that a lot easier. Cleaving Strikes Obliterate now hits 2 additional targets, was 1. So what that means is, when you drop a Death and Decay in your Frost Go, if you drop a Death and Decay, your Obliterate hits 2 people, currently, okay? After that, it's going to hit 3 people. So that's going to open up wild opportunities, in my opinion. Imagine you're playing Windwalker DK, or you're playing any comp with a reliable stun, with a reliable AoE stun. Basically, you're just going to be hitting 3 people with a guaranteed Obliterate crits. So imagine, because your Obliterate is guaranteed to crit, right? And it hits for around 120,000. So imagine 120,000 on 3 people. And then say your tier set procs and you get the crit again with like 2 globals in a row. So essentially you could do 700,000 damage in 2 globals while your chill streak is bouncing on them as well. So if you can get the stars to align for that, it's actually wild. It sounds absolutely wild to me. Anyways, Frost Fever damage increased by 15%. That's just more pad for your dot. Glacial Advance doesn't matter. I mean, we could play this in PvP after. We'll see, but seems very clunky in PvP to me personally. Frost Strike damage increased by 10%, which is nice. We like the pad, especially if you're playing Shattering and you're going for big Frost Strikes. That's pretty nice. Frostwhelp's aid damage, it's whatever. This is when you use Pillar of Frost and it shoots the little dragon. You're not really doing that for the damage it does. You're basically doing that for the mastery boost of hitting people with it. And then Frost Strike damage, this is going to be nice in PvE. A couple of these are PvE changes, of course. Most of them, probably. Anyway, so let me see. So basically, like I said, this is a sizable nerf for Frost, okay? Not nerf, sorry. This is a sizable buff for Frost. It seems pretty decent. Will it change the meta and make Frost become the meta instead of Unholy? I doubt it. But will it make comps like Walking Dead or DHDK with Frost really insane? It potentially will, with the triple cleaving obliterates. So where I think this carries over to Unholy, potentially, is... So as Unholy, you play an ability called Super Strain. Sorry, guys, I feel really congested today, if you noticed. But you play Super Strain, right? Which essentially gives you this dot. It gives you this dot. And then you have your normal Unholy dot. So by these 2 dots getting buffed... By these 2 dots here getting buffed, it's essentially... I don't think that these are only going to be for Frost and Blood. I think because you're taking the dot from those specs, right? So essentially these should carry over to Unholy. And this should increase your Unholy Super Strain damage, right? So your Frost Fever should do more damage. Your Blood Plague should do more damage. So it's going to be like a little bit of a buff to Unholy. As well as a buff to Frost. And then obviously a buff to Blood too. But that is my take on those, okay? Coming up in 10.7, we have a little bit of a talent rework, but once we're closer to when that actually comes out, I'll talk about it, because I feel like there's more things they're going to implement in that still, so it's pointless to talk about right now. But since this is coming out tomorrow, I figured we'd talk about this. So yeah, it's just a little buff to Frost, buff to Blood, which, whatever, for me personally. I'm sure a lot of people like Blood, though, so it's good for them. And then Unholy is this is gonna trickle over into Unholy a little bit as well, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a little talk about this, but if you guys have any video ideas you want to see or anything like that, will you guys let me know in the comments? The old creative is running a little bit low right now. Maybe I'm thinking like some solo shuffle tips videos or something like that, but if you let me know in the comments what you want, I will try and make your content that you guys want. So anyways, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/partywafflesx. I will be live tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys for watching today. Like, subscribe, comment, you know the deal. Anyways, I'll see you next time, boys. Peace.